See if this works. It's thinking about working. Alright, it says I'm starting. I'm still waiting for things to load up here. Hopefully some people show up soon, because right now I've got nobody in the chat cancer. I've got nobody watching me, and that makes me sad. So, alright, that looks like it's live. What's my game doing? Is my game loading up? I was going to play some Skyrim, some very heavily modded Skyrim, but I couldn't make it work with OBS, and that kind of sucks. So instead, I'm going to play some Fallout, which I haven't played Fallout in a while, and I don't remember where exactly I am in Fallout, so that's going to be kind of interesting here. And hello, Cammy No Yammy. Good, somebody's watching me. I know I suck! I don't need to be reminded of the fact that I suck. So, let's get this going. I don't even remember where I am in Fallout. It's been a while. Because I decided to start playing Skyrim again. I have a new job. I no longer work in a hotel, which I'm ecstatic about. I'm so happy that I no longer work in a hotel. That is just awesome. Which I fucking hated working in hotels. Oh, gods, did I hate it. But, nope. Now I am what is called a trailer mechanic. So that's what I do now. I'm a trailer mechanic. So I guess I gotta explain exactly what a trailer mechanic is. In case anyone who's watching this, either now or later, doesn't know. Trailer mechanic basically means that I either repair, maintain, restore, upgrade, or in some case, well, yeah, I think that about covers everything. Repair, upgrade, maintain. I work on trailers. Now, the upside to that is I get to weld shit occasionally. Not as often as I'd like to. Not as often as I'd like to, but still, I do get to weld occasionally, which is great. So I'm here. What am I doing here? What am I doing here running around in incomplete XO1 power armor? I don't even fucking know. Let's see, what was I doing? I collected a flesh sample and I've got to take it to Clayton Holdren. Oh, this is like, that one, Institute mission. Well, fuck that. I don't want to do that just yet. So the other one is the fight at Bunker Hill, and, yeah, I don't even know what to do there. Because I'm not really allied with either. Actually, what I should do is... What I'm wondering is, can I go to the place where, oh, shit. I forgot. I'm having this problem. I can't mark places on the map. Okay, I know where I am. I know how to get there. I think I know where I'm going. I'm going to try to get to Oberlin. And, god damn it, I'm stuck! Oh, shit. This is the problem with playing modded Fallout. Sometimes it shits itself. So, anyways, getting back to my job while I restart my Fallout game. I work on trailers. Upside to this is, I get to weld. I get to weld at least once a day. I'm always welding something. You know, it's either a repair, or it's an installation, or it's replacing a part. It's something. I'm either... And that's cool. That's fun. That's what I want to do, is I actually want to get paid to weld. The downside to this is I don't get to weld as often as I'd like to, and it's not exactly the job that I want to do, but it's close enough. It gets me away from the hotel, which makes me happy. But yeah, it's close enough that it that I'm happier with what I'm doing. You know, over the last week, because I've only been there a week so far. Over the last week, I've replaced brakes on a couple of trailers. I've done wheel bearings. On 2 trailers, I've had to pull all the wood off of the flatbed and then put new wood down. That's been fun. I painted a trailer. Actually got to paint a trailer. That was interesting. In fact, that put me out in the hot Florida sun and got me a nasty sunburn. Oh, what else? What else have I done? There was one trailer I had to install spotlights on. All kinds of different little shit. I actually want to get moved over to the fabrication area where they actually build the trailers. Then I could be welding all day and I'll be really happy. But it gets me a little closer to what I really want to do, which is work on cars. Specifically, like build hot rods and shit like that. Now let's see if I can mark my map, so I know where I'm going. I want to go to the Old North Church. Yes. Oh, you gotta be fucking me. And let me guess, I'm stuck. I want to punch a baby. I want to punch a small child. And I'm saying that out loud on a live stream, which means it's going to get used against me.
You've said much worse things.
Yeah, I know, but some TERF's going to find that and she's going to be like, ah, see? Male violence. Male violence, we told you. You know, ignore the fact that I got angry over something. Ignore the fact that I'm actually, you know, kind of being hyperbolic, that I'm not really going to punch a baby.
Are you sure?
Have I ever punched a small child?
You never go near them to begin with. He scared you.
Exactly my point! So far, I'm liking my job. I have no idea what I'm going to wind up doing Monday. I think there's one trailer I gotta do the wiring on. So, that'll be a good time. But other than that, so far I am liking my job, and I am happy that I'm no longer a bitch that works behind a hotel desk. The thing that's kind of weird for me, though, is, like, I'm working during the daytime. Which is interesting. Working during the daytime has become very interesting for me, because I'm not used to working during the daytime. And for 12 years, I was a hotel night auditor. And, you know, I'm used to working the overnight hours. So, now I've got to work during the daytime. So that's kind of weird. But it's actually kind of working out for me because, like, I got off work Friday afternoon at 4. And I don't have to be back at work till tomorrow morning at 7:30. So, there's that. I think I want to head north. And because, you know, I've got, like, all that time off, and I'm not having to, like, flip my schedule around, it actually feels like I've got more time off, at least, you know, for now it does. So, I mean, that, at least to me, is kind of cool. I don't even know what gun I'm using. I think I'm using my overpowered OP gun. I heard something. Ooh, legendary. So, now that I'm working normal hours, like, I don't have to flip-flop my schedule around on my days off. So that's nice. That is so nice. Like, that's actually a lot nicer than I expected it to be. Actually, it's like I've got more time on my hands and I have no idea what to do with it. Other than, I guess, make more videos now. Which I should have done this weekend, but I was too lazy to. Because the other thing is, like, this job's really kicking my ass. Because this is the other thing. I've spent the last 10 years pretty much sitting on my ass doing not a whole hell of a lot. And to go from that... Ouch. To working at a job where I'm, moving around all the time and, constantly doing stuff. That's, kind of taking its toll on me a bit. So there's that. So, yeah. But so far I like what I'm doing. It's just, it is kicking my ass. But, like, that's, like, the only downside of it. It's not that, and it's not exactly what I want to do. But for right now, it's close enough. It's giving me good experience. When I decide, okay, I want to move on from this. And see if I can get a job in, like, a shop that, does work on cars. Particularly a shop that builds hot rods. That's what I really want to do. Oh, hey, look, there's another suit of power armor. Too bad I'm already wearing one. I wonder. Let me try something. Oh, he can put that on? Yeah, you go and you get in that power armor. Alright. So he's in power armor, I'm in power armor. Now if I could just get dog meat in power armor. But, like I said, I'm getting good experience right now, so when I do get that, when I do go for that job that I really want, I've got something I can put on my resume that says, yes, I can weld, and I can build frames and, do shit like that. That's what I thought those were. Yeah, go hide behind trees. That's what I'm looking for. Where you at? You're shooting at me, so you gotta be somewhere. Got you. There you are. Nice. Pick up the Assaultron parts. Do I have a base anywhere around here? I'm trying to think. Like, I don't want to open my map because the map seems to have problems. I open my map, I get stuck. Which I think the only way I could fix that problem is actually totally reboot my computer. And I don't feel like doing that. But yeah, I think I'm getting, like, good experience. The only other problem I have with this job is I really can't go back to school. I don't have the time for it. Like, what I mean by that is the hours that I would be going to school are when I'm working. So I can't go back to school. That kind of sucks, but oh well. Is that another city power? No. Oh no, that's a Brotherhood Knight. Yeah, whatever. I think I know where I am, and I think I know where one of my bases is. So, yeah, because Oberlin's right over there. I'll go to Oberlin. I know, I'm like distracting the shit out of myself. But it kind of sucks, I can't go back to school. But, you know, kind of the thing is, I learned all of what I know about welding right now, I learned from watching YouTube videos. So I think if I just, you know, keep up with that and working with the welding machines I have on my days off, it's in, oh, there it is. If I keep working with what I've got and keep watching YouTube videos to, you know, learn more, which is what I've been doing, I think I'll be alright. I want to believe I'll be alright. And then I'll have, you know, I'll have everything I need. You know, I'll have experience. And what I'll probably do is just see if I can get, like, a certification in, like, welding stainless steel or something like that. And that'll probably help me get a job in automotive fabrication, which is what I really want. And then I'll be set. And I won't need to spend, you know, $5 grand on going to school. Which kind of sucks because, like, when I looked into going to school, like, my options were, like, really slim. Like, there's only a few schools around here that even teach welding courses. And the ones that do, I personally can't get any financial aid for. So, even though I'm still technically male, a lot of good that male privilege does me. You know, I've got to, when it comes to getting myself an education, you know, I've got to pay for it out of my own pocket. I can't, you know, get a student loan or anything like that. Well, no, I can get a student loan, but I can't get, like, any grants or anything like that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the problem I'm actually having. Is I can't get any government grants. I can't get anything that's going to help me with school. So my only actual options is, you know, take out a student loan, which I really don't want to do. And, you know, that's where I'm left at. But, alright. Nothing I need to break down here. How much junk do I have? I should have a lot of junk on me. Yep, I thought I had a lot of junk on me. So, drop off some stuff here. take some stuff along with me along the way. God damn, that's a lot of purified water that's being made here. And then I figure, you know, instead of going back to school, I'll just work at this place for like a year. And over that year, teach myself a little bit more about welding. And by the time I'm done, I should be able to, you know, get the job I really want. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm going for here. Oh, shit. I need more bullets. Fuck me in the ear. I need more bullets. And I don't think I have an ammo bench here. I don't know if I feel like building one. What does McCready have on him? Does he have anything on him that I could take off of him? Not really. Something just bumped me. I don't know what that was all about. Alright. I think McCready needs more ammo too. Which I should go to... What are you doing to me? You know, I don't have a camera pointed at me. Nobody can see you putting bottle caps on my head.
I don't care. It amuses me.
Well, I'm glad that you're amused. As if I needed more distractions. Wait, should I be walking around in this power armor? I mean, shit, it has no legs. And his power armor's missing bits, too. I've got better power armor than this. I should go get it. Thing is, I've got to pass by Bunker Hill to get it. So I'm probably going to trigger off that event. And I kind of want to warn the railroad, which I don't think is an option. Because I'm not friendly enough with the railroad. So fuck them. Anyways. So... Despite the fact that it's kicking my ass, despite the fact that I can't go back to school, I'm still liking the new job. And I think, honestly, I think the experience I'm getting from this job is probably going to wind up being worth more than going to school. I know it may sound a little crazy, but it kind of amounts to the difference between me walking into a place and saying, I've been doing this for a year, and here's a reference from my boss, you know, as to, you know, what I've been doing for him over the last year. I think it comes to a difference between that and, you know, otherwise it's me coming there from a school and saying, okay, I did this, that, and the other thing in school. I think I'm out of bullets. What other gun do I have? Ooh, I've got my Star Trek phaser. Yeah, eat some bolts of light. McCready's running around chainsawing people. I'm Star Trekking people. Ouch. Where are you at? There you go. Damn. Alright. Where the fuck am I even? I think I want to head toward this mess. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Chrismer. Glad to see more people here. So, if you haven't been listening all along, I've got a new job. I'm happy about that. I'm no longer a night auditor. I'm a...
Bitch boy.
No, I'm not a bitch boy. I'm a trailer mechanic. Which basically means I repair and upgrade and maintain trailers. Hey, there's a site that allows you to make the chat window transparent. I could never stand live chat having a white background on my channel. Ooh, I gotta find that. Yeah, because, like, I'm using OBS, and, like, I wanted to make the chat window transparent, and I couldn't. But as I was saying earlier, I don't know if you caught it, the upside to my job is I get to weld. I get to weld, and I'm not working in a hotel. And I'm getting what I think is going to be good experience for the job I really want, which is, like, building hot rods. I mean, if you want to get an idea for what I really want to do, if you're not sure, go watch an episode of Fast and Loud on the Discovery Channel. That's pretty much what I want to do for a living, is build hot rods. You know, I've been wrenching on cars since I was a teenager, and I wanted to either have my own shop or work in a shop then. And... oh, it's a thing I can put in... oh, yeah, Chrismer, give me the link, please. Next live stream, I'll use that instead. But, I mean, there's things to be said for following one's dreams, which I should have done when I was 20, but there was reasons why I didn't do it, and... well, now my general attitude is I'm 40, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I should have done it a long time ago. But, oh well, shit happens. So, the kind of the downside to this job that I've got is that I'm not going to be able to go back to school, which sucks, but I think the experience I'm gaining is going to be worth more than what I'm getting at than what I'm going to get out of a school. At least in this case. And aside from that, yeah, I'm just not shooting this guy. I think McCready and Dogmeat are going to get him. Awesome. But the only other downside to it really is that it's just kicking my ass. Exactly, Lucifer Stroll. Better now than never. Yeah, at least... I mean, I'm 40. I'm still young enough that I can still do something, you know? I mean, if I was, like, retirement age, I'd be, like, fucked, you know? I'd be sitting here with a life full of regret and just... you know, probably fucking kill myself or something. I don't know. But at least, you know, I'm 40. I'm still young enough. I can still make changes and, you know, be happy for the rest of my life. Get things done that I want to do. Live the life I want to live, you know? What the fuck? Oh. But if I can get the experience I want out of this, then that gets me a step further on the path to getting the job I really want. And I could spend my weekends, you know, becoming a better welder and, you know, working on projects that I want to work on, which hopefully will help me a little bit further with getting that job that I really want. That car's going to blow up. I'm just going to back away from it. Ah, didn't kill that raider. I'll be damned, it didn't kill the raider. I guess Discord deleted that message, or I did on accident. Ah, that sucks. But I will say this: I've had a pretty busy, pretty eventful week there, and it's totally kicked my ass. It has. Oh my god, has this job kicked my ass? It won't let me post the link. Yeah, that's right, because I don't think you can post a link in a chat window. Fuck. I don't know. I'm almost thinking... Actually, my DMs should be open on Twitter. You can try to send it in to me that way. Yeah, just send it to me on Twitter. Like, either DM it to me on Twitter or just, you know, at me. Either way. I think that'll work. But this job has so kicked my ass all this week. Like, this weekend, like, I could have done some things this weekend. I just didn't want to do jack shit. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing anything. But I think next weekend I'll be actually, you know, I'll probably do some things. I don't know what. But that's kind of cool, you know. I'm back to working normal person hours, so I can actually do stuff without having to like change my sleep schedule around. So I can actually have more time on my hands. So, and I just got your tweet. Thank you very much, Chrismer. At least I think that was you. So far I like this job. Like I said, I don't like the fact that it's kicking my ass, but I'll get used to that. It's just, that's just a matter of... Am I still going the right way? Why does this keep flipping the goddamn camera? Oh, because I keep smacking my mouse with the cord. Oops. Who's this guy?
Watch your tone, Sin. Next time, move faster. Our targets are inside. 4 cents under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run. Missions parameters just changed. Going shooting.
Really? Well, isn't that special? I'm getting shot to hell. Oh my goodness, I just got killed. And I haven't saved in a while, so I'm like probably way back. I don't care. I'm just doing this to fuck around. Fuck around, and I'm more concerned with actually talking about my job. But yeah, I'm back down here. Oh my goodness. So, does anybody have any questions about what I do? Because so far, like I said, so far I like what I do. I don't know how much I'm going to like it further down the line, but so far I like it. Like I said, it's getting me the experience I want for now, and it's giving me time to kind of hone my skills and kind of work on stuff. What I'm probably going to wind up doing, since I'm not going to be able to go to school, is I'm either on the fence of I'm either going to take a night course, or what I'm going to do is, instead of taking a night course, what I'm just going to do is keep watching YouTube videos and keep just doing stuff on my own. And eventually just I want to get some sort of a certification in welding stainless steel. Or TIG welding stainless steel, then I can, have some proof that I know what I'm doing there. Because what I'm doing right now, the only welding I do is MIG welding, and it's just MIG welding mild steel. What exactly I do is I'm what's called a trailer mechanic. Basically, I repair trailers, I do upgrades on them, maintenance, repairs. What I've done so far this last week that I've been working at this place is I had to replace fenders on one trailer. I had to paint another trailer. I mean, we're talking from hitch to where the taillights mount. I had to repaint the whole thing. I've on 2 trailers, and one of them was the one I painted. I had to tear all the wood out of it because they were flatbed trailers with wood decks. So I had to tear the old wood out and then put new wood in. There's another trailer that they had me replacing spotlights on. Like, they had old style, like incandescent spotlights, and I replaced those with LED spotlights. I had to rewire 2 trailers. I've been doing brakes. I've been doing wheel bearings. I basically, I've been doing a lot of mechanic work because that's what I am, is I'm a mechanic. But I've been doing it on trailers instead of cars. And some of that mechanic work does involve me doing welding. Like, on one trailer I had to replace the axles in it, and they actually get welded into place. On another trailer, when I replaced the fenders, I had to make brackets for these fenders to strengthen them. Because normally on a trailer, the fenders just get welded on each end, and that's it. But on this particular trailer, the business that uses it, the guys who work there will actually stand on top of the fenders, because it's a dump trailer with like a big bucket on it. So what they'll do is they'll stand on the fenders to put stuff in there. So I had to reinforce those fenders so people could stand on it and not crush the fenders inward. And, I mean, once I made the brackets for that and welded them in place, I tested by jumping up and down on the fenders myself. I weigh 300 pounds, so I mean, yeah. If it's going to bend, it would have bent under me. Or so I would have hoped. So, yeah, it actually, it is kind of fun. I do like my job. One of the things I think is amusing as hell about this place is everybody, like, the guys I work with, don't get me wrong, I like them, they're cool guys. They are a bunch of hillbillies, though. They are a bunch of rednecks. But, I mean, they're the kind I can kind of get along with. They're not like, how can I put this? Not like they're not the kind that give rednecks a bad name. But what amuses me is everybody who works there owns a truck. I've got the smallest one. By far. I've got my little Dodge Dakota. And everybody else there has like a full size or, one of the bigger trucks like an F-350 or a C-3500 or something like that. Yeah, I only do MIG welding. It's actually kind of disappointing for me that I only do MIG, there because I'm like, I can TIG weld. I actually can TIG weld stainless. Not very good, but I can do it. But yeah, we only do MIG welding there. And I mean, most of what I work with is like, I think the thickest thing I've worked with so far has been about a ½ inch thick. And that was those brackets that I made. But I mean, most of what I work with is like 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, thin stuff. And they've got really nice Miller MIG welders there. Big, like, industrial grade things. So those are nice. Clean welded. I hate to say this, but some of my welding lately has been some pretty shoddy. Not really. I can't say shoddy, but like I'm welding rusty metal or dirty metal or painted metal. And yeah, if you run your MIG welder hot enough, you can burn right through painted metal. You could burn right through rust. But god damn, does it make an ugly weld. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm not laying the stacks of dimes that I normally like to weld. So, I mean, it depends on what I'm doing, because some of my welds have been beautiful. There's actually one trailer, I was doing some reinforcements on it. It was the one I was upgrading the spotlights on. And I had to make mounts for the spotlights. And I'm like, nobody's going to see any of these pretty welds. And the guy I was working with, he says to me, he's like, well, you know, you're actually going to have to grind those down. And I'm like, I wanted to cry. I'm like, but they're so pretty. Use vinegar to get rid of the oxidation layers on the metal. Yeah, you could do that. Actually, vinegar makes more oxidation. Unless I'm thinking of something else. I'm probably thinking of something else. But if I can get in there and if I have a chance, what I'll usually do is I'll okay, yeah, I don't have time to soak it overnight because like it's like we're kind of behind on a lot of jobs. So that's one of the reasons why they brought me in there, is to get some of these jobs out. Like the one trailer I've been working on has actually been there since December. The one I painted and replaced all the wood on. And I think tomorrow morning I got to go in there and rewire it. Fun. But what I'll usually do if I can get up in there with it, I'll take my grinder and I'll either put a flap disc on it or a wire brush, and I'll just hit it with that, and that'll usually get it good enough that I can get a better weld on it. But yeah, that's actually not a bad idea if you've got the time to let it sit overnight. Yeah, that's what I usually do, is grinding. And sometimes I wind up having to grind my welds. I will say this. I'm used to welding. I am used to welding on a table and actually being able to put things into position. I used to be a blacksmith. Blacksmithing is actually one thing I want to learn how to do. But some of the welding I've been doing this week, I've had to crawl around on my back. And, like, I've never been on my back underneath something with a welder. And, oh, shit. Yeah, no fun. No fun, especially when you've got molten metal dripping down on you. Oh, shit, the first time that happened to me. Not fun. Not fun at all. But blacksmithing is actually something I want to learn more about. Because since I started learning about welding, I've also been watching Alex Steele and a few other blacksmiths on YouTube, mostly Alex Steele. Mostly because, well, in addition to him being really talented and really entertaining, well, I'll admit he's kind of cute. So, I do like watching him, and he makes some really interesting stuff, but it's like, I want to try some of that. Like, I want to try making some Damascus. Or, you know, patterned, forged, welded steel. He used to using an oxys. What? You poked me. Yeah, I like Green Beetle. I've watched quite a few of his videos. He makes some nice stuff. I've used an oxyacetylene torch. I'm not really that good with welding with one. Although I have to say, a TIG welder is pretty much an electric torch. So I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, I have trouble using an oxyacetylene torch, yet I can TIG weld. So, there's that. But yeah, I actually went with the blacksmithing stuff. I do actually want to build my own forge, and that's the thing. Like, I think Green Beetle, and I think also like Jake's Custom Knives, like a lot of the stuff they do is with really basic equipment. Like, they don't have all the fancy shit that Alec has. So I mean, it's kind of fun to watch them just, you know, do some real back to basics, kind of hitting it with a hammer type stuff, as opposed to using a press or a power hammer. Grind a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't I know it? Yeah, because you want to have that metal clean when you're either when you're welding or when you're blacksmithing. So, I do have to say this. They've got one machine at work that I kind of wish I had in my garage, but it's kind of overkill for everything I do. They've got an iron worker, which if you've never seen an iron worker, it's basically this hydraulically powered machine. And it's got one part of it that'll shear metal. And I mean, this thing will cut right through a piece of 1/2-inch steel. I mean, just slice it like it's paper and scissors. It's got one, and that's what's called a nibbler, which means it just like kind of takes little bites out of the metal, like for more fine work. And then the other end, it kind of works like a hydraulic. Well, it is a hydraulic press, but it's for like bending the metal and stuff like that. And I mean, that thing comes in so handy. And it was funny when they told me, "Okay, you got to cut these pieces," and I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, I went to grab my grinder and put a cutoff wheel on. They're like, no, let me show you the iron worker. And I'm like, oh. So that was, like, now that I've been instructed as to how to use this thing, I'm like, oh, this thing's my friend now. I want one of these in my garage, even though I have, like, no room for it. I haven't smithed anything in, like, years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Ah, that's terrible. I mean, that's kind of an upside to things that have happened in my life, is that when I lost my dad 6 years ago, I mean, I'm an only child. I wound up with all his tools, and my dad was a heavy equipment diesel mechanic. So I've got, like, wrenches that I have no idea what to do with. They're so damn big. But, like, I don't want to sell them on the off chance that I might have to use them on something. What? Did you tell me not to put it in my butt?
Yes.
Ah, that's sad. Yeah. I mean, in my case, like, I don't like working on diesels. And, like, my dad kind of wanted me to more or less follow in his footsteps. And I don't like working on diesel engines. I don't really care much for working on heavy equipment. And when I was 18, I really... Like, it was kind of funny. I wanted to work in a hot rod shop, but I also wanted to do... I thought I wanted to do IT work, which is what I ended up doing for a while. And I never liked it. I thought I was going to like it, and I never did. Take those big wrench... Yeah, I could turn a 2-inch wrench into a sword, yeah. I think I've seen Green Beetle and Jake's Custom Knives do just that. And yeah, a 2-inch, like a 2-inch or a 2.5-inch wrench will make a hell of a sword. But yeah, like, I mean, some of the stuff that I've actually inherited from my dad is some things that I actually want to do some stuff with. I mean, I've got his car, I've got all his tools. I've got a tool shed full of engines and transmissions, so I've got a lot of toys to play with. That's what I inherited, was all his old toys. Just right now, I don't have the time and money to do anything with them. Hopefully with this job, which, by the way, pays better than my last job. Quite a bit, I might add. Well, not really. It pays about $1.50 more an hour, but I'm a complete and utter noob, And I look at it this way, 3 months, maybe 6 months down the line, I'm going to go to the boss, I'm going to say, hey, don't you think it's time you start paying me a little bit better? Apple cider vinegar won't do anything, but soaking metal... Okay. I'll have to try that next time I need to get rust off of something. Especially if it's something that I'm going to be working on at home. Like I said, I really can't do it that much at work. But that's why we have wire wheels and flap discs and stuff like that. If I'm lucky enough. Anything else? Anything else anyone wants to know about being a trailer mechanic? And I do want to get moved over to the fabrication area where they actually build the trailers. Because then I'll be able to spend all day welding. My new job is a trailer mechanic. I repair and upgrade and restore and work on trailers. Maintain trailers. Like in the last week I've done brakes, I've replaced wood and flatbed trailers, I've done a lot. I've done brakes, I've done wheel bearings, I've painted a trailer, I've wired a few trailers, I've got to wire a trailer tomorrow morning. So yeah, that's my new job is working on trailers. And doing the occasional bit of welding. Are you mocking me?
Yes, I am.
My girlfriend is mocking me over here. What the hell? Usually only takes you the okay. If I'm not mistaken, vinegar will etch the metal a little bit too. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I probably am. Where do I want to move to in the future? I'd like to say where I'm living, but as far as like jobs are concerned, my main goal here is I want to work in a hot rod shop. Which there's a few of those around here, or I may just wind up opening my own, but I'll probably try to find somebody to work for at least for a year or two before I do that. But that's like my main goal. That's what I've always wanted to do, is work on hot rods and like just, you know, build fast cars for people, void warranties. You know, I've always liked cars. I've always been around cars. I've been wrenching on cars since I was a teenager, and that's what I should have gotten into when I was younger and ended up going into IT. And nothing against working in IT, but it wasn't as for me as I thought it was going to be. So, like, there is one shop that's not too far from where I work that all they work on pretty much is pretty much anything LS powered. Like mostly Camaros, Corvettes, things like that. And I actually tried to get a job with them a while back, but I don't think I had like enough experience. Which is why, working in this trailer shop, hopefully a year down the line, I'll be able to start looking around for jobs again and find something a lot better. That's my main goal here. This job, as much as I like it, as I do like the guys I work with, I do like my boss, but the reality is a year or so down the line, I'm going to be looking for something else because I'm mainly using it to have some experience on my resume. Because having 12 years of hotel experience when you want to be a welder isn't doing much for you. So, the other goal here is also to get at least one welding certification within the next year. Is the other side of what I want to do. And then between the year experience working in a trailer shop and a certification in welding stainless steel, I want to believe I should be set when it comes to working in a hot rod shop. Especially if when I walk in there, I could point out the window to whatever the hell it is that I'm driving at the time and say, oh yeah, I did all the work on that too, if you want to have a look. Because that's kind of some of my other plans here. That's why I'm happy to be making more money. It's okay if you don't have advice. I think I know what I'm doing here. Believe me, I will take any advice I can get, but I think I know what I'm doing here. I hope I know.
Sure about that?
No, I'm not sure about that.
You kind of dumb at
My girlfriend thinks I'm dumb. I'm happy.
Yes, that you are, but so are dumb people.
I'm not like them, but I can pretend. The sun is gone, but I have a light.
Do you want me to beat you?
I'm quoting Kurt Cobain over here.
Yes, I know. I'm still gonna beat you.
Yeah, okay. Charisma, if I'm not mistaken, that's what Alex Steele uses, isn't it? Actually, yeah, he does use something like that. Well, I think, unless somebody's got a question like in the next minute or two, I think I'm going to end this stream, and because I've been going for like almost an hour now. And I think I'm just going to, because I got to be at work tomorrow morning. I got to go to bed soon. Let's look at the time. But hey, it's been cool. I do want to get back to making videos. I know I have been making a video in, goodness, months. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I don't even know what I want to make videos about anymore, because like a lot of the stuff I used to talk about, I don't even want to look at anymore because it
That's stupid.
well, aside from that, it really fucks with my mental health. I mean, lately
I told you that.
I mean, my girlfriend can tell you, since I've kind of paid a lot less attention to a lot of the social and political kind of stuff, and stopped watching videos about it, I'm not as much of a bitch.
Didn't I tell you to stop watching that shit a long time ago?
Yeah, you did. So, like, and Charisma, thanks for giving me some tips here. But I don't know what I want to make videos about anymore. Because of that, it's like, okay, I might go back to doing more atheism-related stuff. Or I may just go and talk about whatever's been on my mind. What I've actually been wanting to do, I'm not sure if anybody wants to even hear about it, I might do a few videos about some of my experiences in working in hotels. If anybody wants to hear about that. Particularly, one thing I did want to talk about is what happened a couple of months ago, the whole Bloggergate thing, where that one girl tried to get a free stay at a hotel. I want to do a video about that then. I might still, even though it's a few months out, still do a video about it, because it kind of makes a bit of a jumping off point for me to talk about some of my experiences in putting up with people who want something for nothing, or trying to get some sort of a discount. I mean, I've got 12 years worth of stories to tell about shit I've experienced in the hotel business, and I could probably even oh, people do want to hear about this. Thank you. But there are so many stories I could tell. Like I said, from, again, 12 years of working in the hotel business. The only kind of SJW bullshit thing that I even want to talk about is I do want to do a little bit, every now and again, criticizing the fat acceptance movement. And that's only because I'm overweight myself. I'm trying to lose weight, which this job is helping me lose weight because I'm moving around all the time. So I might do a few videos kind of countering the fat acceptance movement. That's just something that's been on my mind lately as well. But I definitely do want to talk about my experiences in the hotel business, especially now that I'm out of it. Because that's like the biggest thing I've been worried about is, oh shit, what if this gets back to my boss? No, I don't care. Hotel Hell has been taken by Gordon Ramsay. Although, I don't give a shit. He does a show called Hotel Hell. Or at least he did for like 1 or 2 seasons that I saw. It is a fun name. It's better than the name I came up with, which is No Room at the End. But yeah, like I said, there are so many stories I could tell about so much crazy shit I've experienced. So, I might end up doing that. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do anymore. Like I said, I really don't want to get too much into the SJW shit and the feminist shit and this, a lot of the social political shit. Just, I get to talking about it and I get to looking at that kind of shit and it just makes me angry. It fucks with my mental health. I don't really watch, like, a lot of the people who I'm still subscribed to on this channel, like Barry and Undoomed, all those guys, I don't watch them anymore. I don't even really log on to this channel anymore. I log on to my other channel, which is the Tranny Shop. That's the channel where I show off my welding and show off my art. By the way, there's a link down below to my other channel, as well as a link down below to my Etsy store where I sell things I've welded together, like steel roses and flowers I make out of silverware. And it hurt your mental health too? It does that to you. And I mean, when you're spending your time like just looking at shit that just makes you angry, it just makes you a fucking miserable person. Like, I don't know if it would be so bad if, like, I didn't have a regular job, if YouTube was my regular job, and maybe I just did, like, one video a day on this shit. But even that, I think it would really just still fuck with me. Like, I don't know how, like, Baring does it. I have no idea. Of course, I haven't watched Baring in a while, so who knows what he's up to. But, like, he's the first one who comes to mind. A while back, mostly because of... yeah, I heard about him not wanting to support same-sex marriage. That kind of disappointed me. That really did. Yeah. Like, a lot of those channels I stopped watching about a year ago. In fact, it's been about a year since my mom passed away. And, like, that's kind of a big part of why I started taking a step back. Is... losing my mom really was a lot on me. It was. And then to try to look at things that just do nothing but upset me, it's like, I gotta take a step back here. I can't do this anymore. So yeah, that's about when I stopped looking at a lot of this kind of stuff. Was about a year ago. A little less than a year ago, actually. So, yeah. So, like I said, yeah, I'm sorry too, I miss her. But, the thing I keep in mind here is, she's not suffering anymore. She's not, wherever she is, if she is somewhere, she's... not swallowing a fistful of pills every day just to stay alive. So, but I do miss her. She's always in my thoughts. She's always on my mind. I mean, it's, just... I swear she haunts me sometimes. Both her and my father. But, alright. I'm going to go ahead and chill for a bit. I think I'm going to have another hard apple cider. By the way, Smith and Forge hard apple cider is actually some pretty good shit. And I'm just amused by the name of it. But I'm going to have another one, and I'm just going to relax a bit, and go to bed, and go to work in the morning, and live life. Thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks everyone for listening to me. Charisma, I'm sorry to hear about that. I am really sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I lost my dad back in 2012. So yeah, 6 years ago. And then my mom was about a year ago. In fact, the 28th of this month will be exactly 1 year. So, yeah. So yeah, everyone have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with me here. Thanks for hanging out and listening to me talk about my job, which, like I said, I'm happy about. And I think if my mom were still here, she'd be pretty happy for me that I finally got a job where I'm welding and that I'm not bitching about everything all the time. So, there is that. Alright, thank you everyone, and we'll see you next time.